There was a time, I believe 2 months ago, where I talked about Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time like it was the most messed up anime I've seen in 2020. And it's 2020. I had this perspective going in 4 episodes, and even then, I wasn't done. I had to see Picletta to see if all the girls had their own messed up reasons to it. But let it be said that it wasn't always like this. I didn't always thought that Peter Grill was the messed up anime. I didn't thought of this at first. My original conception of messed up was my assumed plot for Rent a Girlfriend. And just by the title alone, it be sounding sus. So, allow me to talk about it. Before I go on with this topic, I just want to point out the fact that this is not in any way, shape, or form a review. I've talked about Uzaki and Peter Grill in a non-review fashion, more of a admitting its flaws type of fashion. That's not even what I'm going to talk about. But, I guess after seeing it for a while, it does dawn on me anyway. I will admit the fact that the show kind of got me hooked. It looked interesting. Main character was exceptional. But I just honestly couldn't understand it. If I know the first episode correctly, I'm not in any way gonna, run down the first episode like I did with Dragon Quest anime. If I remember it correctly, it had the main character, which, surprise, surprise, actually had a girlfriend for how many months? Ooh, I don't even know. But he actually says this like no other anime male character has had a chick. I mean, if it's the main character, then he's probably gonna win hearts and stuff. But he dated this girl for a while, and then all of a sudden, she just breaks up with him. Wow. And before I continue, I just want to point out the fact that, who is this girl's name? Oh yeah, Mommy is the new Mine of this year. You know how like Mine was hated last year? Well, I mean, I want to say why, but I mean, maybe I do understand why for Ibura Kazuya, but she's kind of petty. If not, I don't even know her intentions. So after the out of nowhere breakup, this boy is lost in his room with a trash can full of tissue, and he scrolls through the Play Store thinking, what game can conquer my sorrows? And then he finds a Rent a Girlfriend service, which he then downloads, and I believe has to use real money. Now, he does go through with it. Basically, it's supposed to, I guess, give you a girlfriend for a date. I guess not a day, a date. So, roughly like a couple of hours. And even he had his doubts when he went through with it. Except when he pressed the accept button. And then when he saw, if I know her full name, Mizuru Chizuhara. Oh wait, I mixed her name up, but that's how I'm gonna call her, Chizuhara, if not Mizuru. I'm sorry. He sees this girl, and she, I gotta be saying, is a sparkling specimen. Yeah, sure, I'll go with that. Because, he could have thought this was some sort of, I don't know, rando chick that just had us. I don't even know. I feel like it's like that one South Park episode, but it's still messed up. So, we all know a homie Kazuya has paid for this girl to go on a date with him. You would think he would use some, I don't know, credit card money so to pay digitally for the date. But no, once they get to the restaurant, he Shizuhara has her hand out. She's not solo with it either. She is still in the whole, what do they call her in this one? Oh yeah, rental girlfriend state, where, you know, she has her hand out because you have to pay it to start the date. And I'm like, wow. This guy is just on his dang luck because he just got broken up for some unknown reason. And when you think about it, it's just kind of messed up. You're not making it better by asking money. all the homie wants is some happiness. He does go do the date with her, and you know, being all happy because she's so pretty, beautiful, and considerate especially. He feels like he can get to know her more. But then when he gets home, he sees a bunch of reviews on how good Shizuhara is. And instantly makes a negative review. This basically makes Shizuhara want to try again to see what she got wrong. And this is the point where Kazuya kind of snaps and just thinks about how cruel it could be. Like, in the middle of a crowd, he basically exclaims and asks, like, does she really care? Is this a joke? Is this a job or something? He just asks the most important questions. And it's actually at that moment where Chizuha kind of breaks from her whole rental girlfriend state. And she goes to her normal, casual state. Now, after hearing all of this and the rundown, let me just get the facts to y'all. This Rent-A-Girlfriend app, a site where you can, I don't like using phrases like this because it seems demeaning and wrong. That's basically how it is. But if this app allows you to rent a girlfriend for a date, you know, where you have to pay the money. Like, think about it. The only people, sorry gentlemen, that could be using this app is either depressed guys who get into a breakup, and I don't know, some dudes who want a girlfriend. It's just two questions to ask about this. Would the rental girlfriend care? Or, I guess the obvious one, is that even a good option? And anything, I feel like it's kind of messed up that these girls are implying as rental girlfriends. Even Chizuhara admits that it's a job to her and that she gets paid, which I want to bet it's not from all the dudes she's dating. But that being said, though, and I don't want to go screaming, this is what I thought of the first episode going in. I thought from the title it seemed kind of off, but then when I was watching, I was just thinking, how does Chizuru feel about this? Does she know Kazuya is going through a breakup, or at the very least upset? Can she care? Can she not pretend this is like a job and generally be with him? I don't want to go explain this, but it seems kind of fake. You know, we all know how being a fake friend or lover is. It feels that way, but it's kind of like but in her case, it's just being a rental girlfriend. It's like a job, so it kind of sucks for Kazuya. I will admit a few things. Kazuya got her into many things. Terrible mistakes here and there. Like, for one, where he, I guess, inadvertently invited her to the hospital where her grandma is being held. Which, she's actually a pretty okay woman. And to be honest, she's probably my favorite character out of the show. And once not only his grandma, but his parents ask who the girl is, Chizuha kind of stands up and admits it, that she's his girlfriend. Which, of course, brings disbelief in many ways, except for the grandma. That basically kind of lets you know that she has heart to her, unlike Mami, which, again, girl, why are you like this? Why are you the way you are? Now, besides asking how her reasons for doing this like this, because, still watching the show, I generally believe that she's a good person, and that she may generally like him. It just kind of felt straightforward and wrong that she pretends like this dude doesn't have a problem. You gotta at least think about why this dude would want to do this service. If he didn't. You just gotta think about why he would do this service. If he was used, like, he has to be upset or something. But hey, maybe they assume that all guys just want a girlfriend. That's probably the case for this. Maybe that's what Mizuha thought, and I can't just blame her for that. Because, she generally takes some sort of compassion to him. I don't want to say liking, because it's not up to that. At least when I'm watching. The way the system is with this app is kind of buggy to me. Like, it's sad to me to think that Kazuya did this just so he can have a girlfriend again and possibly be happy. But knowing that it's just probably a job to Chizuru could hurt him more than the breakup. And I mean, it's just messed up to know the fact that Chizuru could just treat this like a job and not take in consideration for Kazuya's feelings. I mean, come on. I'll admit, it does put her in a certain position she doesn't need to be in. Like, for example, the beach, where they have to handle with the beach. I will say Mami's, I guess, actions are very ridiculous. Keep in mind, this is the same chick that broke up with Kazuya a few months, and it's probably not even true if she has a boyfriend or not. But she starts hitting on Kazuya because of the hottie he's with. Or, trying to ease him in, as all fake girls do. We all know this. But why is she trying to do this? I mean, sure, if Kazuya told everyone that she was just a rental girlfriend, then that's all they needed to hear, and she wouldn't have to go running back to him. I want to say she's probably a gold digger, but that's not even the case either. And I don't know if it's too far to say she's manipulating him, because I don't even know. She's trying to hit on him because, fun fact, she doesn't like this Mizuhara. And I mean, like, why? I don't want to say she makes, like, death threats between these two, about these two, or with either of these two. But girl, you should have just, if you still wanted this dude so much, if not in your parents, why did you break out with him? And why are you getting salty because he's dating a hotter chick than you? What is your pettiness reason? That's my only conception. That's my only reason for hating him on. And I won't go on a limb and say I'm gonna talk about all the girls. Hey, it could be like Peter Grill when I talk about 3. I did see the one where, spoiler alert, she's a provisional girlfriend. Like, you can only get it at a time. I don't want to say she was the main reason that I got into the show, but she was the first character that I saw in the trailer for Rent a Girlfriend. And she had a cool blue bow, so I mean, like, she was cute. But I mean, yeah. As far as I am with the series as it is, it's not even that bad. It's actually kind of hooking to say. This is kind of one of the reasons why I'm watching the show and why I continue to watch it still. It may have this whole messed up theory in my mind that a rental girlfriend is not what this guy needs, but because he puts Mizuhara into this situation, it kind of makes me want to see how it ends and how he gets her out of it. And hey, it's even like an arc too for a couple of episodes. But I mean, it's just, how could something like this exist? And we all know this couldn't exist in real life because it just sounds off. It reminds me of something, but I don't want to know. It's not even that though. And hey, at least this is season 2 of this anime. So good on you. But after all of my thinking habits with this and how sad this could really be, do I think it's bad? Do I think it's messed up? If not worse than Peter Grill in The Philosopher's Time? No. Not at all intentionally. Not even the slightest. You see, with Rent a Girlfriend being almost subtle about, taking consideration for my homeboy's feelings, it did that. Chizuhara inadvertently helps out Kazuya with, being more of a man and not like pushover and not being sad. That helps. But in the case for Peter Grill, it just has these girls using my boy like a, I don't even know. Oh yeah, my boy Peter Grill is basically being used like a baby maker. I'm not even joking. This is how it is. And as much as I don't want to go on about Peter Grill again, but that's kind of it though. That's the case with the show. Peter is basically being used and not taken into consideration. In fact, he asked this question: why don't these demi-humans take consideration of how he feels about this? No other girl listens to him. And I bet you if there was more, they wouldn't care and have their own reasons for why they should use Peter and, their own seduction ways to do it. But Rent a Girlfriend got better with this. Sure, there may have been some non-subtle moments with just being overright. I'm the rental girlfriend, you gotta pay up. That's probably the only scene I think about that. I still say it's more genuine than Peter Grill. And hey, it's only one girl that's being very considerable to the guy, and not 3 girls using him. And that's pretty much the big difference between the two shows. Peter Grill is more messed up because the guy's being used and not listened to, when Rent a Girlfriend, the guy is definitely being listened to and being helped inadvertently. Like I said, Chizuhara is a nice one. She's just too modest, I guess. So yeah, I guess it wouldn't be fitting if I talked about Rent a Girlfriend first. But the fact that I talked about Peter at all, and it's the reason I got back to doing videos like this, I had to just say my feelings about how I felt with the show, because it's not like I hate both of them, and it's not like I had very strong opinions about them at first, anyway. Because hey, I could say I liked Peter Grill at the start, and it's generally funny, and I got addicted to it maybe, but not anymore. I prefer Rent a Girlfriend and its love story than Peter Grill and The Philosopher's Time's used love story. I can only go this deep for so long. Oh my god. So yeah, that is all I had to say. I wanted to talk about Rent a Girlfriend. I wanted to get it off my chest. I still think it's a good show for 2020. Probably one of the best ones that I've seen so far. And, it's pretty nice to, I guess, get this off my chest, seeing as it's almost Christmas time. Yee! Probably if I post this video later in the next week. Yep, it's going to be Christmas time, which means, oh yeah, my birthday's coming up too, so might make a video for that. With that being said, guys, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to join the newly found Weeb Nation. Hit the bell and the like button you at the door. And hopefully I'll see you guys in my first birthday special video next to Christmas anyway. Blue Blade 19 is out. Peace.